did a good kickoff. You played it well, but let's see what you did here. You go over to dribble on me, and you gave me the ball, because it's fine. It's a pressing corner. You had no shot on it. But what you should do is, when I'm going to hit it over to you, you're supposed to basically block that shot and try to hit it over me to get the goal. So what happened was, instead of that, you should have been hitting the ball by the time I rolled forward. But instead, you kind of went backwards instead of anything, which kind of gave me an offensive possession. You kind of popped it up instead. And instead of noticing you popped it up, you should have ran back. You should have retreated, because you gave me a shot on the ball that had an angle better than yours. So instead of going back, you went for the ball, but I had enough time to hit it over you. So instead, you're committing over to the ball, and I'm the right way with my car. So I know we were just messing around this game, trying to mess around, trying to show you stuff. So I hit you out of the way. You know, I wasn't really taking it too seriously, but you did well on that one. So watch me on this. So I'm waiting for your hit, and I'm trying to redirect it or anything like that. So let's go back a little bit. How you could have been in better position for this. For this, if you saw the ball was going to bounce somewhere, it's right on that corner. You don't know whether it's going to bounce directly back at you or out the other way. So you should try to position yourself into the point where you're going to get to hit the right side of the ball regardless, which probably, you see where your angle is right now with your car? That probably would have been the best angle. But instead, you drove forward, you kind of overcommitted on the ball, and it kind of did you wrong. So instead of backing up basically to the point where you were just a little bit back to the right side, you kind of backed up into the ball and messed around here, which didn't do well for anyone else. So I would definitely try to play out just a little bit more, because it's going to give you more opportunity. So instead, you backed up and everything. This is where you should have been challenging me instead of jumping up and going back that way. Because if you challenge me, there is no way in hell that I'm going to be challenging, or I'm going to be making a shot, because you're going to be there. I would have tried to juke you instead of doing a cut shot or anything like that. But instead, I got the cut shot on you. But see, this is where you should have been probably in the corner of that goal, hugging that pole. Because if you were back there, that would have just been a simple double jump. But that wasn't the case on that one. So technically, you won the kickoff. See, without you using boost right here, you had every opportunity in the world to stuff me right here. Like, look, I hit it down. You could have used boost that whole entire time just to go. But instead, you didn't. And you kind of just let me have it. Excuse me. You're doing much better on your kickoffs. You're reading where I am to the point where you're able to block it and not give up that easy one. So yeah, here's one of those situations where you have to act faster than you move, or than you did move. For this, you know where the ball is going to be going, around the corner. You can get up in the air, which is going to mess up my demo opportunity, and try to reposition yourself in the air. So instead, you kind of waited there. You saw me coming. You should have been in the air beyond this point, maybe like a couple car lengths back. But instead, you kind of waited, and then you got hit. So any ordinary time, I would just knock it in, but we're here to learn on this one. So this was another thing. I saw the point right here. Okay. You cleared it out. If you would have kept following that ball, I would have retreated. But instead, or even if you kept going against the ball and I did what I did on this shot, you could have blocked me and you probably could have scored a goal or had a really close chance. So instead, you just sat there and, you know, if you're going to sit there, sit inside goal. And I understand you really didn't have any boost, but double jump is your best friend on this one. So basically, I would have stayed right on the line and hit double jump and then try to hit it with the tip of my car on the right side of the ball to hit it over to the left side, as you see over on the defensive side of the field. Again, great kickoff. That was good. You're getting those. Okay, I know you don't have too much boost. Your double jump worked. I would have just hit it a tiny bit sooner. Oh, this was the crazy shot. Here, let me just take it back real quick and take it from my point of view. Look how crazy this was. I'm sorry, but it was. You really couldn't do much there. What was the first thing you did here? I'm sorry, I completely missed it. You waited a little bit longer. The double. Oh, it was the double jump. Okay. Yeah, an earlier double jump would have fixed that one. I think I showed you something in between this. I'm not really entirely too sure, but you did the right thing on that one. You should have just been a little bit higher on the ball. Here, let me try to... Those 50-50s are hard to contest, but, you know, try to slow down each one of your replays. That was another double jump you should have had. Basically, yeah, let me go back. Okay. Okay, so you see I'm going to be taking the shot, and you see where the goal is behind you. You're not even in goal, to be honest with you. So by the time you know I'm going to hit that angle, look at my car. That is the direction the ball is going to be going. If you see that, okay, your back is in the goal and you're fully aware where the goal is, then you should be well aware that that's going to miss. Like, this is obviously going to miss. Look at my car and look where the ball is. I'm not going to hit that straight on. If I hit it straight on, that was going to go in. But obviously this is going to be a miss. But honestly, you didn't know that, so you took the double jump entirely too late. And usually you don't go too fast on those. You don't have much of any movement whatsoever. Try to look to land those wall hits or anything like that as well. Yeah, that was a little bit difficult. Let's try to get you on this one. All right, so you did well on this. That was good. So basically, I know you were trying to get boost and everything, and this kind of screwed you up. At this point right now, if the ball is up in the air and in corner, remember what I said. Go to goal and let the person with the ball do the work to bring it over to you. That's where you need to reset and retreat, and then let that person do what they got to do. But instead, I saw you playing up on the ball, so I thought I might as well teach you a little bit of a lesson, and boom. I had all the opportunities in the world to score it on you then. See, this is another one of those things where it's like, okay, it's on the corner of the field. Get back in goal. That's what you need to do. Because if you're back in goal, watch where this ball bounces. Look, even if I did that back far away like that, if you were on the line or somewhere close to the line, this would have been the easiest save ever. You know? So a little bit of positioning, a change in positioning is going to go a long way for your game. Because if you were back there, I'm already coming toward goal. And you would have had the better positioning if you hit the ball correctly, or hit it off to the corner and hit it over to my side of the field, or something like that. But instead, you weren't back in goal, especially right next to the post, like I told you to be, and you would have had a much better positioning on there. So just try to get back in goal, because that's the number one thing you could be doing for your positioning, for your state of mind, for everything. And here's another thing: if you're to the point where you cannot have a good hit. Right now, you're in front of the ball. That is a terrible position. You're supposed to say to yourself, okay, where is my opponent? I know he's ready. If it's to the point where you have no hit on the ball, try to clear it, try to hit it up the wall, something like that, away from your goal, to give yourself a chance to get that corner boost and get back in goal and reset. And then you'll be able to find out later on down the road, okay, when can I hit this ball? When is the right time to hit that? But instead, you thought a little bit too much. And I understand you tried to make the shot and everything, but a left barrel roll might have sealed the deal on that one. But again, if you were back in goal, I think you would have had that. Great kickoff. Again, one of those things, here's one more thing I wanted to show you. Okay, you did the kickoff. But here, right here, you see the line that's like right there, the horizontal line that ends right where the circle starts. Basically, you see you have a little bit of time until I'm able to come over to you. If you take a straight shot like you did right there, that's going to go right over the wall. But if you took a straight shot to where goal was, you would hit it right to goal or right above the goal. So try to be a little bit more patient to where the ball is going to be going if you want to hit that shot inside goal or come even close than that. That was one of those things where you probably should have hit it with the tip of your car instead of anything else. This is one of those things I took it into ball cam. You'll see it on my screen right here. But let me take it back one more time. So here's where you thought. I was completely off the ball. I fricked up. It was horrible. You should have ran back to goal. You should have ran, got boost, did something, hit me, hit the ball, hit something. Boom. That would have been a perfect opportunity. Just turn right into me, send me flying, turn around and put it in. But instead, you kind of just sat there and waited and didn't know what I was going to do, try to juke you. Don't worry about me juking you. If you get back enough, I'm going to try to get into position where I can dribble it back on you. And then that's when you're going to be in goal and getting ready for the opportunity to come at me. See, that's one more thing. I've been trying to teach you a little bit of a lesson on this one. I think the boost was there for the actual gameplay. It's just not showing up on the replay. This is one of the things. This is fine, what you're doing right here. If you were going to play the ball and not turn your car. If it was completely horizontal to the goal and you wanted to do something like flying and intercept the ball in midair, that would have been a fine thing to do. But what you did was you kind of cut yourself. You're not even in goal. You're not even close. So basically, you need to like start boosting toward goal at this point, because this is a lost play if you didn't do that. Instead, you tried to go against the ball, and you basically gave up a goal. Right where the ball went to score is when you were supposed to intercept it if you were going to do a play like that. Otherwise, you need to get back in goal. I think the problem you're having right now is just more position-based rather than knowing what to do. Because I think you know what to do. It's just to the point where you're kind of stuck at what you need to be doing. If that, I don't even think that made sense. But I think you understand what I'm saying. As long as you get back in goal, you know what plays you need to make. You just need to have the starting point. And I think this is the way to go to know what your starting point is. I think overcommitting yourself and trying to think like, okay, what is go past the limit going to be doing? Is he going to be from this point on? What's going to happen? Okay, you turned around. If that happens, go back. Just get some corner boost. Like get your corner boost. Like turn around. Try to see what he's going to be doing. Because if I'm going to hit it up wall, you stay in goal. If it's going around corner, you stay in goal. If I'm going to try to dribble it, try to come out a little bit. Try to see what I'm going to be doing. Read my car. But instead, I saw you were going to be up a little bit. I was going to try to hit it over you, but I saw you were way overcommitted. And boom. I hit it right over you. So again, bro, you just have to play a little more conservative defense. Aggressive defense, but that was just like way overcommitting. Aggressive defense and conservative offense. That way you're going to be able to play some defense on your offense and offense on your defense. On this one, I had no boost right here, and I remember telling you this. So here's my thing. If I'm right here and I'm getting ready to go, here, let me go back just a tiny bit more. So here's one of those things. You should have probably contested this right there. But it didn't work out that way. That's fine. So I went to start boosting. Here, let's start at 25. I went to start boosting right here. So I tried to pop it. And then I see where your car is. You're in a great position. But at the same point is, you're dead center in goal. That's really hard to stop if I get the dribble on you and your car is not in the right position where it needs to be. So for this one, I thought, okay, if I kept it over here, see how my car is positioned to the left side of your car? This is a perfect example of what happens on every single kickoff, every single 50-50 that I see anyone's car, not just yours. It's to the point where I see the car. I know if I roll over to my left, the ball is first going to hit the left side of your car. The trajectory of that hit will come over to the left side, which tells me that if your car does not go over to the same direction as well, I'm going to have an open shot at that direction. Watch what happens. I hit it over to you, it comes back at me, you straight forward backflipped. You didn't backflip over to the left side. If you did, I think it would have hit post, honestly. But instead, I rolled right in and I scored the goal. This is the part of the video where I think you should really... Where are we at? Oh, right here. This is the part of the video where I really think you should watch this and learn from this one. And anybody else that's watching as well. This is the one thing. If you don't stay behind the ball at all times, even after the first hit, you're going to give up the directional whatever. I don't even know the words for it. But basically, always stay behind the ball, and this will not happen. I promise you. Your kickoffs are getting so much better. They really are. So anyway, stay with that ball. Stay with that ball. You kind of did it a little bit too early, but that was one of those things, just like the play before. Oh, that was just unfortunate. But let me go back on this one. But just like the play before, I know you went just a tad bit early, but you should have pressed your little roll button right when I was going to be hitting the ball. Because if it was that point, I know I put it a little bit higher than what I needed to be, or that you needed to be to really slam the ball down, because I tried to put it over you. But this is exactly what you do. When I hit the ball, that's when you go barrel roll over to try to stuff me and try to hit it at the goal at the same time. But this one, we need to go over. Okay, so this one right here. If there was any way for you to contest this, that would have been a perfect opportunity. But since your car is back, here's what I saw. Boom. Okay, so you got to slow down your mind. What can you do at this? The ball is coming that way. You have to turn your car over the other way. I understand it's a little bit differently since you're driving backwards, but that's one of the things where, you know, you had to double jump a little bit earlier than this. But it was a tad bit late to the point where it hit the flat end of your car, not the corner, and then it went right in to the top 90. A little bit better reaction time. You can't really fix reaction time. You can predict reaction time, that's fine. I mean, you can predict what's going to be happening, but at the same time, if your positioning is a fraction better than what it is, you basically gave yourself enough time to react to that ball. So on this one more time, if you're in front of the ball, you basically kind of messed it up if your goalie comes out. So as I did, yes, but basically instead of like doing anything with the ball, you kind of passed it. Try to hit it against the wall. Try to do something to the point where I'm going to have to be making an offensive move, and you would be in the position to try to stop that. Instead, you kind of gave it to me, and it was... Oh, and I missed that one. You scored this, I remember now. But basically, if it all worked out in the end, it would have been the type of play that would have been, okay, that would have been an easy goal. You should have been ready for that, but it didn't happen. But I think you understand what I'm saying on that one. See, this one right here, I remember. This was smart in your play. Okay, you were ready for it. I tried to hit you. You were fine. You contested perfectly. And I did something here. The second I did it, I knew I did it. I tell you every time, wait and hug that post on that side of the wall. You know, wherever the ball is, hug that post on that wall. And what the hell did I do? I didn't listen. I gave you that opening. Look at that. And instead of me not letting you score that, you hit it right in the opening and you scored. This shows you how important it is to not give that up. And you did well. That was great. See, that was a great fake that you did. Like on this, you saw that I was coming and boom, you juked me. I know it didn't go toward goal or anything like that, but here's one of the things right here. I don't know how much boost you had. Maybe you ran out. But what you have to do is you have to front flip. You have to do something that gets you to the ball sooner. If not, then you kind of get beat. Ooh, that was close. But that's one of those things. Like, let me go back to that shot. If you weren't behind this ball, look at this. You kind of passed it to me. That should have been in all day. But you shouldn't be passing it like that. If it's to the point that where that happens, just tap it ever so slightly on the tip of your roof, on the side of your car, on something to the point where no one's going to get to you. And one more thing I wanted to show you on this one. This is what I practice in free play. If I see that, okay, you're on the side, there's no way you're going to be touching this, I'll basically flatten my car upside down because I know I'm going to overcommit on this, and I just want to have this little like oomph shot because I don't know what you're going to be doing at this point. Are you going to cut over and intercept the ball? Are you if you are going to do anything on the ball, I want to make sure I do something to kind of juke you to make you think I'm going to be doing something differently. So I flatten my car out to the point where that happened. And over to you. I basically touched it because I thought you were going to do something to try to intercept the ball. So it kind of threw you off a little bit. It kind of even threw me off a little bit, but it works, you know. As long as I didn't upset the trajectory of the ball to goal, then it worked well. That's one thing you should practice in free play, along with trying to hit the aerial with the tip of your car. But it's all about what direction do you hit the ball with your car, because that's what's going to show you where it goes and whatever else. I hope you learned something from this, brother, and anyone else is watching as well. Please check Rocket League World on Facebook if you have any interest in tutoring or anything like that. Message me on Discord at Go Past the Limit. Join our Discord at discord.me/Rocket League RLW. I'm sorry, let's go start again. Discord.me/RLW to get into our Discord. I'm always available to talk. If you guys want to discuss anything, have any questions or anything like that, find me on there. Find me on Rocket League World. Thanks for watching.